Hello. I don't know if anybody's even going to see this, but hello, how are you doing? It's me, Miss J, and here I am in the Champagne Dreams Productions branch office as the potato face serial killer. I know, I'm almost never on here out of face, but I decided to try out the live because I want to get into, of course, nobody wants to talk to me until I'm live. That's my entire life story. Yes. Let me just silence this. I know, is this content? We just on a phone. So I am getting ready to go on a little vacation. I'm taking a vacation from work. It's much needed. It's well earned. And I'm going to a little place in Minnesota called Grandpa's Poolhouse. I have to figure out where the camera is because I keep looking at my face, but then it looks like I'm looking down, and it's clearly I'm not very good at this. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if anybody's even going to see this or even care. But I should text Dion. I went live. I clearly. Is this content? Watching me text my friends? Let me just. Yes, I'm getting ready to go. Oh, it says that there's one person here. Now, one time I did a live and it said that there was one person here and nobody ever said anything. And so I don't know if that's true. Let me text Angie too. Okay, there we go. I know I'm the worst. Hello. Okay, so yes. So for the past couple of years, I have been going down to this place in Stanchfield, Minnesota called Grandpa's Poolhouse. And I meet up with my dear friend Brooklyn from Dirt Candy Productions. And she is a fantastic photographer. If you go to my website, janessaj.com, there's a ton of galleries by her. They're beautiful. I love it. We are getting ready to go again. And this year, I am also officiating her wedding. So the woman who owns Grandpa's Poolhouse is opening a Vegas-style wedding chapel called the Garter Toss in North St. Paul, Minnesota. And so Brooklyn and her fella Jerry are going to be the first wedding, and they're going to take lots of pictures and videos. And they're doing a photo session tomorrow for people to come in and do like a bridal themed shoot there and all this kind of promo stuff. And I'm very excited that I get to officiate the wedding, and I'm going to be in full drag, very beautiful. So I have 3 different looks, potentially 4. Hello, Grace. Hello. Now it says there's 2 people here. I'm very excited. So I figured I used to do this a lot on Facebook. So this is kind of maybe the reason why I'm dipping more into YouTube lives is because I used to do a lot of lives on Facebook, and Facebook is clearly like divesting themselves of the live feature. They're not having it. They don't care. They're not supporting it anymore. They're deleting your lives automatically after 30 days. It's a whole mess. So I was like, you know what? I like the live feature, but I need to figure out how to do it more on YouTube. So this is a chance. Hello, Psychopomp. Hello, Kayla. How are you doing? So we are going to pack some makeup. And at some point, I'm looking into StreamYard because I've heard that with StreamYard, you can stream on YouTube and it will send it to Facebook at the same time. So we'll see about that. But that's a whole lot of neither here nor there of me just trying to figure out the internet, as I'm always doing. So I thought we would pack the makeup. So I've got 3 looks that I'm doing. So my officiant garb for the wedding on Saturday is I've got this green floral dress. It's very Earth Mother, kind of flowy with some ruffles. And I've got, I think it's up there. It's a brown updo. You may have seen it in some pictures. It's like a brown updo, and then it kind of poofs up in the back. It's very bumpets, but it's got a little popped up bit in the back and then a swoopy bang. And it's green, it's brown, and then it's got like green and purple and brown in the like ponytail part in the back. Gorgeous. Very excited for that. Then for the 2 looks, I've got this like candy clown kind of look, and that's all pastels. It's very pink, very green. Hello, Dion. Very nice to see you. I'm excited that people are here and they're actually saying hello. I love it. Yeah, so the second look, the first for the pool house, so that's for the wedding. The green look is all for the wedding. For the pool house, I'm going to be doing pink, green, pastels, very kind of clowny fun. And then the second look, which I'm most excited about, because I'm going to get a little bit more use out of my crazy yellow foundations. This is from Sunset Makeup, and then I've also got yellow from, I'm going to bring them both. Ah, my hand is stuck in the drawer. Stop it. From Indie Beats. So I've got two yellows, but I'm going to do a Ms. Pac-Man look. So I've got a dress. I'm going to have to do my neck and my chest, and my face, and then probably just a little bit on the arms, although I bought yellow kind of arm gloves, and then I'll have to do some hand makeup because they're fingerless gloves. And then I bought yellow tights so that I only have to do a little bit. And I think the yellow gloves might go far enough up to where I put sleeves onto the dress that I'm using. So I may not even need any arm makeup. I'll need a little bit for the hands, the neck and chest, and then the face. But we're going to do yellow and do a Ms. Pac-Man look. So I am super excited. And let's see. Oh, my mom is texting me. She says, sorry to do this, but I'm watching your live and it won't let me join the chat. Well, Mama Champagne, if you are logged into YouTube, it should let you chat. If you are just on YouTube as a guest, then I don't think it lets you join the chat. So if you look up in the, no, that, oh, what? They're both this direction. Sorry, it's backwards for me. If you go to the upper right part of your, you should see a little face or like a little thing that says your initials on it in the upper right. If you don't see that, or if it just says sign in, that means you're not signed in. That's probably why it's not letting you chat. But Dion says hello. So Mama Champagne is lurking. She's lurking. I love it. But yeah, so the Ms. Pac-Man, since I'm doing yellow, I think I'm going to do a very, because the dress is black and then it's got little ghosts and little Ms. Pac-Mans and the little pellets and all that kind of stuff. And then I've got this very cute acrylic necklace. I posted it on my post tab. You may have seen it, but it's a blue and then in yellow it says Pill Popper and it's got a little Pac-Man on it. And then I got little earrings that are a Pac-Man and two of the ghosts, so adorable. And then like a yellow fun wig and a bow that I'm going to put into the wig. And so I was like, since that's going to be brighter and more 80s and arcade, oh, we got real Midwestern there. It's going to be arcade themed. And so I was like, let's do some neon, like a neon pink lip. And maybe like a blue. I have some of these. If you saw my post from today, I had directed you to a janessaj.com post that I put up of these Spellcast Beauty shadows. They're coming to get me. I don't know if you can hear the sirens. They finally figured out I'm loose. But yeah, so I've got some of these Spellcast Beauty that I want to bring because I was like, this one, which is Glimmer, is kind of a pearly iridescent multi-chrome, and I thought that could be fun with the clown candy kind of look. And then we've got this, which is kind of a blue purple, and I thought this would be great with the Ms. Pac-Man if we do like a neon pink lip and then do like a blue to purple with this multi-chrome. Could be kind of fun. And like some blue, because I always think of blue as 80s eyeshadow. Like I love a blue look. I'm not knocking blue at all. But when I think of like a big blue eyeshadow look, I think very 80s. And so for Ms. Pac-Man, I thought blue with a little bit of purple and use that fun. And then for my efficient look, I think I'm going to use a little bit of Mermista, which is this green to gold. Grand Forks is not that exciting. I don't know why we need to have so many sirens. I hope you're not hearing this on the video, but there's just like constant sirens. That's not, Grand Forks is not like that. We're boring and nothing ever happens here. So I'm bringing one Spellcast shadow for each look. And so here we go. So here are some. Oh yeah, the lights are blowing it way out. You can kind of see it a little bit. So this is the like green yellow one, Mermista, Looks very gold. It's got a little bit of almost even like an orangey red. And then this is Hordak. Is that the shade? Hordak, yep. And so then we have Hordak. That's going to be for the Pac-Man look. And then Glimmer, that one's a very pastel-y. Yeah, so you can kind of see that one. So I'm definitely bringing one of each of those to try because I always forget to use my single shadows. I have so many single shadows. As I'm saying, it would take a little bit of digging, but I wonder if I should dig out some of my build your own palettes with lethal singles because Dion, all of those colors as I poke at you. But all of those looks you've been doing with your lethal singles, I'm like so inspired to play around with my lethal. So I wonder if I should do that. The problem is that my office is a little bit wild right now. And so I'm trying to put, I recently washed all my brushes. So all my brushes are clean. And that's one of the things when I get back from this whole photo shoot trip, I've still got 4 days where I'm off. So I'm going to probably come into the office and do a little work, just organizing and doing some things. And so I have a shelf over here that is kind of my nightmare. And so that's going to be one of the big projects, is kind of taking that apart and looking at it. I also have this. This is from, what is it? It's the company that did the Wilma Fingerdo, Beauty Moon Cosmetics. This is a new brand. And they did this. I had to laugh because both Gianna and Grace, when they saw this is Wilma Fingerdo, which is a Canadian drag queen. And when they both saw the art, they were like, this you? And I was like, she's stealing my gig. She's got me, gals. She's got me. And so I had to pick this up. I don't think I'm going to bring this just because because I haven't played Beauty Moon Cosmetics. I don't want to rely on this palette as like for our main look. Now this one is from Beauty Moon, and this is another little palette that I ordered when I ordered the Wilma Fingerdo, because this is just beautiful, like shimmery shades. So this is kind of in the running to go as well. Because these could just be fun accent shades. But now that I'm bringing the Spellcast, I don't know if I need this. So I do want to do some sort of like Get Ratchet with me using this palette because I think it's a lot of fun. And we love supporting our girls whenever a drag queen does a like makeup collab. I am absolutely here for it. But because I don't know how the formula behaves, and this is kind of an odd color story, I don't want to rely on this for the photo shoot. Because that's the thing, is like when I'm just playing on YouTube, I'll play with anything, I'll try anything. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's powder, you wash it off. But when it's a photo shoot where I'm going to be using those photos for like calendars and promo posters and all that kind of stuff, then I'm like, that's where I'm like, okay, we got to bring the stuff that we know that it works. So Wilma is going to have to wait for a little bit, but I might bring that enchantment. But let's start talking through what we want to do. So obviously, the first look is the green one. So what do I have that's green? I mean, my kind of go-to with green is, I hate to say it, and I know, and I'm kind of, my thoughts are ever evolving and it's always up in the air or whatever, but my favorite green palette, I hate to say, is still the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blood Money palette. It's still so good. But Jeffree Star, and for a while he had just like gone off and lived on that weird ranch in Wyoming with the yaks, and he wasn't really doing very much. And so like he wasn't up to his bad behavior. And so in the past he had apologized for things and he was just kind of living his life, and it didn't seem, he was still getting into like Instagram fights and stuff with influencers, but that's, you know, all the time. But then lately he's been saying more like really kind of nasty things about non-binary and trans people, and which is really rich when you are a gender non-conforming person who is making their living as a cis male with a makeup company, by the way. So I just don't want to, I'm not in the mood to play with that palette because I just am like, I'm back on the place where I'm like, I'm not sure about this brand. I have like canceled this brand and uncanceled this brand. And some of the time I'm just like, that's like all rich people bullshit that like has nothing to do with me. And like, I want me to be happy, but like right now it doesn't make me happy is what I'm saying. Basically what I'm saying is the thought of, even though I love the shades in that palette, is like, it doesn't make me happy to think about using it. So then I don't want to bring it, because this vacation is like a work trip because we're doing photo shoots and stuff like that, but it's also like R&R, and so I don't want to R&R. That's how Courtney Act says that you should say "oh no" if you want to sound like an Australian. You say R&R. R&R. I do have this one, the Ocean Jewel palette. This I'm going to use in a Get Ratchet With Me with the Blend Bunny Masterclass. I've got one of those planned. I've got so many things planned. This doesn't have as much green as I would maybe. This happened to me one other time. There we go. There's something about the lights in here with this palette in particular that when I hold it back here, look at how badly it washes this out. Look at how strange that is. I mean, oh yeah, it's so strange because that one shade, these are like bright, limey, almost neon greens. But there's not as much green as I would like. So I think I'm going to not take this one. Oh, you know what could be great? I've been wanting to play with this for a while. Hello, Janet. Hello. You're using the Ocean Jewel? I love it. I can't wait to play with it in that Get Ratchet With Me. Things have been so busy trying to get ready for this vacation and trying to wrap things up at work so I could go on vacation that I haven't had as much time to play as I would want. But I'm very excited to film that when I get back. But I've had this sitting here for a while, the Glamlight Breaking Dawn, Team Jacob. We are Team Jacob. I never watched that movie series. I tried to read the books and I didn't get very far. And but I am Team Jacob just because Taylor Lautner is just beautiful. So he was clearly the better choice just because he was the hot one. But I really like this color story, especially since it's like a wedding and like it's not a traditional wedding in any sense. My friend Brooklyn is a weirdo like me. Like she's kooky and quirky like me. She has such a fun like vintage aesthetic. She's getting married in a leopard dress with a black veil, and Jerry is wearing a tuxedo shirt. So, and they're having a big drag queen officiate the whole thing. So that's where we're at. So I think that but it is still a wedding. And so having something like this, because this has some neutrals that would be really beautiful with it, and it has a couple greens in there. And then of course, this is going to be the star of the show, this Mermista shade. So I think that with this, I think that's a pretty look, right? I think I could officiate a wedding in that. I think I could officiate the shit out of a wedding. I think I could. So I'm going to set those. I have this little, no, I don't. Apparently I don't anymore. Where did it go? I haven't moved from this spot. Okay, so I have this little like craft organizer that I got from Michael's. I'm so excited that we're chatting and that we're live. This is very exciting. I did a live once, like I said, and I think it was Mama Champagne. It said that one person showed up and they never talked. And I think it was Mama Champagne not knowing how to log into YouTube. So I'm very excited that we're here and we're chatting. So this is the thing that goes in the top. I don't know what's happening. I have this craft organizer. This came from Michael's, and these are always on sale. And this is like the best craft organizer I've ever had for makeup. It's so good. You can see it's kind of messy and dirty, but the actual, where's the thing? And there's the lid. The lid is right here. I thought I brought it with me. I'll just start a pile and then I'll find it afterwards. It doesn't really matter. So we'll set this I've got these tables back here. I'll set it here for now. And that with this beautiful gem doll. Isn't this fun? There are gem videos coming to my channel very soon. So if you like the vintage toy stuff, I'm going to be doing 2 videos on my gem collection very soon, including this is a newer company called The Loyal Subjects that's been doing a lot of retro 80s toys. You should check them out if you like 80s toys. They do all kinds of like Rainbow Bright, Gem, Strawberry Shortcake, all kinds of stuff, Popples. I think they did a My Pet Monster, which I'm looking at. And they revealed it should be coming out sometime this summer. I thought it was supposed to come out in July, but I haven't seen it pop up yet. They've done a pizzazz. And so I'm very excited because Pizzazz is my favorite character from Gem. So this doll is very fun, very cool. But they are doing a Pizzazz. And then at San Diego Comic-Con, I think it was, they revealed that they did a special 2-pack of Jerrica. So this is Gem. Obviously, her civilian persona is Jerrica. So they did a blonde-haired Jerrica in a cartoon-accurate costume. And it was a 2-pack with Synergy. So very cool. I'm very excited that they're doing lots of stuff. I think with the Pizzazz, they also did a glitter and gold Gem, which I love the glitter and gold fashions, which we'll talk about in those videos. Yes, Dion, I think lives are so much fun. I love this. And yes, Jen, I love vintage toys too. There's going to be lots of vintage toys. This is the 40th anniversary of both She-Ra and Golden Girl. So, I was going to try to get another video because the first to market date for Golden Girl is July 31st. And so July 31st is coming up next week. And I was going to try to have something ready for the 40th anniversary. And I don't think I'm going to get it done, but the rest of this year, I'm going to have She-Ra stuff. I'm going to have Golden Girl stuff. I'm going to have Gem stuff. So we're definitely going to have some really fun vintage toy videos. Yes, I'm glad. I love to do these. I did these on Facebook all the time where I would do like a packing my makeup kind of thing. And so, yeah, I'm excited to do that. So let's get some, although I do want to, I'm definitely bringing this. I saw this sitting here. This is the Peachy Glow from Beauty Bay. This is a highlighter thing. I'm still figuring out the lighting with this camera thing. And this webcam, whenever I hold something up, it's like, we don't know what to do. But I love these peachy shades. I'm definitely bringing that for this look. All right, let's take it back to the beginning. I'm getting ahead of myself. I was so excited to start talking about colorful eyeshadows that let's go back to the beginning. I have a bunch of lip kits that came in from Glamlight that are just sitting here. I found these when it was Pride in June. The Thundercats. I had some Thundercats as well. I loved the Thundercats when I was a kid. I loved all the toys. We had the best toys in the 80s. But I did have some Thundercats. I found these during Pride, and I might I'll probably bring these with to try to work them in on the Candy Clown look because I think they're kind of fun. I'll maybe try to put some into the lashes that I use or maybe as on the bottom, on the edges, something like that. Yeah, She-Ra. I love She-Ra. I do like Golden Girl better than She-Ra, and my Golden Girl collection is better than my She-Ra collection. My She-Ra collection is okay, but it's a lot of loose toys. It's not as much in the box. But I do have, it's not unopened. It's been opened, but it's complete. I do have the Crystal Falls playset for She-Ra that I found a really good deal on eBay a year or two ago. It's been sitting here for a little while. But I'm going to do kind of like I did the unboxing of the Palace of Gems for Golden Girl. I think I'm going to do a kind of unboxing of that. The Gloss Gods Pride palettes. Oh, I think I did see those. I saw that Gloss Gods had a couple releases during Pride. And whenever I'm ordering from Gloss Gods, because it's coming from Sweden, I always wait until I have a few things that I'm looking at, but I definitely have some Gloss Gods stuff that I'm keeping an eye on. All right, so let's start with, I always like to, when I do this, I like to kind of keep my brain in line because I go into what I call packing panic. And so let's go step by step. So I shave my face, then I put on primer. So for primers, and I have to be careful because I'm not used to, also with this filming setup, I have a mic right over here. So if you hear weird bangs, I'm really sorry in advance because the mic is right here and I always bump into it. And I have a little spinner thing that has some of my products on it. So let me see if I can see. Ooh, I definitely want to bring the Auric Glow Lust. I do really, really love this. And I'm getting close to the end of this. And this is a little bit pricey, but I think I probably will reorder this. I have really been liking this. Although I don't know if anybody has tried these. Teresa is Dead tried these, and I think she hated them. I actually kind of really like it, and I like to mix this into foundation. Because I'm an oily red beast, as you can see, as I'm shining, like I'm cooking bacon on my forehead. I really I use a lot of mattifying things. And so I like to have something that puts a little bit of glow, a little bit of shine, because eventually I'll oil up and it'll be shiny anyway. But Yeah, so when I'm getting ready and when I'm packing, I always kind of like walk myself through the steps, and then I start adding in extra options afterwards, but I make sure I have at least the basics. So actually, I think I'm going to bring both of these. I have to do 3 different faces. I can use both of these. This is the one in Silver Lake, and then this is the Auric Glow Lust in Morganite, the reformulated. I also have it in PCH. Actually, maybe I'll use this for the wedding. This is PCH. This is a little bit darker and a little bit more peach. And I think since I'm using that brown with the green, and we're doing very Earth Goddess, maybe I'll do that. And then for the photo shoots, I'll use the Auric Glow Lust. So I'll bring these 2. But now I need primer. What do we have for primers? So I have my drawers on the side. That's the foundation. There is a system, but if you're trying to figure out my system, which one? Show it again, Spectix. Do you mean these, like the little glow things that I'm using? So I'm going to use the Urban Decay Face Bond Luminizer in PCH with the green look, and then for the other 2 looks, I'm going to use the Auric Glow Lust. Hopefully, hello, nice to see you. Hopefully that's what you were looking for. If not, let me know if there's something different. I think that's what I was holding up. Yeah. This is it. It's kind of separated a little bit, but the Made by Mitchell Blur Primer, I do kind of like this one. And I think this I know it's sitting here somewhere with the Smashbox. Yeah. This is a really great... this is the Photo Finish Control Mattifying Primer. I really like this for mattifying, and this blur one has a little bit of color to it, and it is a radiance prep. So is that going to be too much with the other? Let's scratch this one. I'm still going to keep this one. See, I like to do this live, and I love that people love to come and watch these, but I am a little bit crazy. I like Made by Mitchell. I generally like Made by Mitchell. When I'm going to do a whole brand review video, but basically what I found with Made by Mitchell is that when he's good, it's generally very good. When he's bad, woof, it's real bad. For example, this looks like it should be really beautiful, right? Pink and glittery. This is just grease. So I bought this because I was like, I can put a little bit like on my décolletage for drag shows and stuff, because I usually do a terrible job. Like I do my face and it's all beautiful, and I do my neck or whatever. And then my chest, I'm always an animal. And sometimes I forget to do it. Sometimes I do it all sloppy. So I was like, if I have something that I can put on that's like a thin, just kind of lotiony with glitter, and it smells really good, but it's so greasy and oily and nasty. It's almost like thick baby oil. I don't know who this is for. I understand that sometimes products are not for me, and that's fine. Not everything has to be for me. I've given up on that, but I don't know who this is for. I don't know who wants that on their skin. And it's like you can wear it all over your body, and I'm like, ew, like what is it? Blursh. We might bring some Blursh. I do like Made by Mitchell's Blursh. The Blursh is generally pretty good. Yeah, that's where it comes from, is Made by Mitchell, because he's got a whole bunch of Blursh products. Because his first ones were these like liquid, and he calls them Blursh. It says right on the tube. And so yeah, this one is a good highlighter. We'll come back to that one. Okay, so another primer. I like to double prime. So I've got a mattifying. What else do I have on my little spinner? Ooh, no. Should I? Did anybody else try this? This is the Glow Recipe, those strawberry drops. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. And it's a pore smoothing blur, but it doesn't have color to it. I'm going to bring this. I'm going to try to use these up. Take some Blursh. Ooh, shimmery oils. Oh, I don't know that brand. I will have to do some digging and find out. Yeah, I am such an oily beast that whenever something says oil in the title, and I'm like, I think I'm out. I think I'm okay. So I'm gonna bring this one. Yeah, but I'll have to look and see because I don't know that brand. All right, so we've got primer. Then after we do the primer, we do those glowy things. After the glowy things, I talked about this in my Drag 101. I don't really do color correcting anymore just because I put my foundation on so thick. So I don't think I'm going to bring any color correction because especially when I do photo shoots, I pack it on. But I have been loving, for all my drugstore girlies, the Infallible by L'Oreal with the concealer. I've been loving both of these, and these mix really well with that Urban Decay. So I'm going to bring these for sure. I always bring a couple options for everything just because I'm doing my face like 3 times and I need to make sure that I have enough product. So if I were to run out of something, I like to have extras. And maybe I'll put a post up, and I don't know if people would be even available because the photo shoot is on Tuesday. And so, but maybe I'll do a live from the Poolhouse because they have great Wi-Fi. So maybe I'll do a live while I'm getting ready. Maybe I'll do like a get ready with me because I'm not going to bring the camera this time. I do have a vlog that we filmed from last year's photo shoot that now we're getting ready to go to this year's, and I still haven't finished editing that other one. And that one I did start it, but because I've had computer problems and all that editing, I've mentioned it in post, but it's basically messed up my entire life. And so that video got started, but it still isn't posted. So I was like, I don't think we need to film a vlog this time when the one from last year isn't posted yet. So yeah, if people are foundation people, and if you like full coverage, because that's the thing, anytime I recommend like a foundation or a thing, I am an industrial application. There's a whole lot of light and magic that happens here. We got to cover up all of this job of the hot realness. So yeah, so if you're a light makeup person, I don't know if those would be as good, but if you like a full coverage, I think those are fantastic. I also really I do like the Makeup Forever foundation. This is a really good coverage, but this one I didn't do a very good job shade matching. But if I mix that with, I'll bring a little bit. This is the Made by Mitchell foundation. All of his stuff, like the stuff really seems to separate, but it mixes back together. But I have noticed that, like, especially his foundations, they really seem to separate. And they separate fairly quickly, but this is too light for me. And so if I mix it with this one, I think I'll get a good. So I'm going to bring both of those, and then I'll bring a concealer. I've got a Made by Mitchell concealer to go with that one. And then, the yellow foundation. Did I put those back? Or no, I put them over here. So I've got yellow foundation from Indie Beat and Sunset Makeup. This is still the most viewed video on my channel, the yellow foundation. And I know I keep promising it, but I've got so many Get Ratchet With Me's planned, and I need to start filming them and working through them. But I am going to do more of the colorful foundations because Glisten Cosmetics came out with some colorful foundations. So I'm going to do some comparisons between Sunset Makeup, Indie Beat, and now Glisten Cosmetics. But in addition to those foundations, they have a yellow setting powder, which I'm very excited to use. So we're going to bring that to use with the yellow. So I'll get a little bit of glisten. And then I'm going to bring they have a yellow pencil. There we go. Tear. I've heard about that Tear foundation. I think Angelica Nyqvist may have done a video on Tear. But is that one? I think I've heard that that's a little bit more like light to medium coverage. Not like a mask. Is it full coverage? Like, do you get a full coverage, but it still looks... That's why I loved the Alma Beauty foundation, and their like future is up in the air. But I loved it because it was full coverage, but it was a nice natural matte. It didn't feel masky or like plasticky. Yeah, I've been trying fewer brands the last couple of years. I've gotten better about Like a lot of mainstream brands I don't mess with, except some drugstore stuff. But I just have realized that I would just try it. And then a lot of stuff I didn't really like. And oh, they have one that's light to medium, but they have different coverages. Interesting. I'm wondering if this Spectra paint is going to be too yellow, because these are kind of like a light yellow. See, I'm really bad at being the like typical Buddha guru because I don't know how to show them off on camera. I wonder if this little paint, because I was thinking for the eyes, because I do have from P. Louise, I have a lighter yellow. Because yeah, I think this, yeah. So I'm not going to bring the glisten. I'll bring this eye primer for the yellow. All right, so I've got all the yellow stuff. So we did, okay, foundation. Do I have a concealer? I did get some colorful concealers. Sunset Makeup did a few colorful concealers, but I got gray, red, green, and blue. I did not get a yellow. But I think that's okay, because I think that with that yellow is light enough. I bet I could use a white concealer and blend it with a little bit of the foundation. And actually I have, that's why I bought, this is one of the Made by Mitchell. I bought the foundation in white to mix with foundations, or for that one, I could mix up concealer with the yellow foundation. All right, so we've got foundation, concealer, eye primer. So I've got the yellow eye primer, but then for the, when I'm not, I do have this. This is getting close to gone. This is the Ulta eye primer. Oh, that feels very almost empty. What other? I have a little spinner of eye primers here. Oh, I haven't tried any of the chrome stuff, like the multi-chrome and duochrome from Glisten. Ooh. The Tier Red for full. Silver wasn't so good. All right. Kayla hasn't tried the silver. Yes, Dion, I know. You hate doubles, but you ended up with like 3 greens. But keep them. Never too much green. Never enough. Never enough. There's never enough greens, ever. So I'm gonna bring this Juvia's Place primer just in case. This is my go-to. This is my favorite, but we're getting a little low. I mean, I could, somewhere along the way, I could stop and pick up some Ulta. I'm sure there's going to be an Ulta somewhere along where we are, but Dion. Oh, what was that sound? My heart breaking. My heart breaking. Eye primer. So we've got eye primer. Then we do, I should get some powders. The powder I have been loving. Do I still have it out here? Because I just was using it in my last look. This. So Polite Society. I definitely need to. I've been playing around with a few. I have some of their blush stuff. And the blushes are okay. They're not great, but they're okay. This setting powder, I love. And I've been getting into setting powder again. This is their Pore Minimizing More Than a Pretty Powder in Brightening Peach. And I've been using more powder. That's my next Drag 101 video. I'm going to show how I sometimes use setting powders, because I got out of setting powder for a long time. And I used it for a little bit of baking, and that was it. But I have been really into it. And the couple looks that I did with a lot of setting powder looked really, really good. Let's see. I do love lippies as well. I've gotten much more into eyeshadow. That's kind of my main focus right now, but I feel like lipsticks are such an easy, I'm an emotional shopper. And so if I'm needing to shop my feelings a little bit, I find that having like a $20 lipstick versus buying a $60 palette. I mean, obviously that's slightly more financially responsible shopping my feelings. So sometimes just buying a lipstick, and that also, you can just, wherever you're at, you can just throw on a little lipstick and be like, oh, I love it. It's a moment. I'm here for it. Yeah, you do a lot of great lipstick looks on your Instagram. You always have fun colors. I am loving your lips on Instagram, Janet. I also have this Glam Light powder that, well, No, I already talked myself out of it. So I'm going to bring this one. I have other ones that I want to use. This is the translucent, I think. Yeah, this is their bacon set, the translucent, which is just like cupcakey, but I've got their strawberry, so I've got a pink powder. I wonder if I should bring a pink powder for the clown look. The peach, I definitely, since I'm doing like brown and green, I definitely want to do like peach blush and more that kind of vibe for the green look. But for the pastel, if I powdered with pink, that could be very fun. And I do have their strawberry shortcake, or I have the one size pink. I'm going to bring the one size pink, and I'm going to bring the Glam Light Translucent. So then I can have a bunch of different brands to try and see how I feel about them. I am also going to bring, rest in peace. I know people hate Jaclyn Hill, and I know they're going to be mad about her forever. There were things in the Jaclyn Cosmetics line that are just so good. And I just haven't found replacements for so many of them. And this little under eye powder palette is so good. It's so good. I love it. So I'm going to bring that to go with the complexion. Also, since we're talking about Jaclyn Hill, I'm going to bring, for the wedding look, I think I'm going to do a shimmer setting powder. I do love a shimmer setting powder. And, oh no, that's not the one I want. Oh, is this actually? So I have two of the Jaclyn shimmer setting powders, and I have it in Brighten Up and Carrots, and I'm trying to remember which one. Yeah. I know, finding the right makeup item, it is like a very special quest. So there is, I'm trying not to spill it all over my computer, but that's Brighten Up. That one, it looks really yellow on camera. It's got a little bit more of a pinkish kind of tone. Whereas this one is a little bit more just like beige ivory. It's definitely getting a yellow cast. I think I'm going to go with Carrots. That's the one that I like the best. So I'm going to put that there. I'm also going to stop. Oh, another thing I'm going to bring. I have pulled this out so many times. I don't know if anybody else has like this Too Faced Turn Up the Light. This was from their like Born This Way collection. This little 3 face powders where it's got the really shimmery one, the medium shimmery, and the light shimmer. I'm going to bring this because I keep saying I want to use this, and I pull it out every time and just end up not using it. I'm determined. Yeah, the blushes are so good. The lipsticks were pretty good. The liners I found that came with the lipsticks dried out too fast. I didn't like that, but a lot of the other stuff. So I have this little thing. I'm starting to make stacks that I'm not comfortable with that I'm going to knock over. So I'm going to put them into this little, I'm going to put this into the top thing, and I'll organize it later so that it's all put together nice. But since I can't find the base right now, I will just throw these in here because I have to find that base because it's all about that base. About that base. No trouble. Yes, if you didn't know that I am a drag queen who loves dad jokes. So yeah, let me make a whole bunch of noise and pop all that stuff in there, but let me set this down and out of the way. Okay, so we've got eye primer on. We did some powdering under the eyes. So next now we do eyeshadow. Let me check in on the comments. Oh yeah, Dion, the blush is so good. I absolutely love them. So now we're gonna do, I set these back here. So let's talk about eyeshadow. So for the green look, we determined, oh, I pulled this over and then didn't. So we're going to do, for eyeshadow, we're going to do the Glam Light, and we're going to do the Mermista from Spellcast Beauty. I think that's enough for the wedding look. I don't think I need anything too wild and crazy. Do I have an inner corner highlight with this, though? That's kind of pretty. That's kind of an antique gold, but I don't know that that's light enough. But I could use the Glimmer shade. I bet I could use that because that's got a really strong gold to it. And I think when I pair it with the green and the yellow, it does have some pink and stuff. But I think I can use this for inner corner if I need. So that will take care of it for the green look. Now, the next one is the clown. Oh, yes. Thank you, Dion. Make sure to thumbs up the video. Yeah. Let's see. Next is the clown. So the dress is pink. It's like pink and white. And then I've got a pink coat with like a minty green ruffle on it. And then the nails are pink and minty seafoam green. So it's very pastels. I haven't decided on the wig yet, but it may be blonde. So we're keeping it very light, very pastel. So what's really good light pastel kind of stuff? What am I seeing in my collection? Oh, you know what could be good? About to cause a problem. Last year for the photo shoots, all I brought with me was cosmic brushes. And you know what? Hey, Sarah. Hello, hello. Welcome. I am just packing makeup for my trip coming up. And the looks that I did last year, I loved them. This cosmic brushes stuff. And like, this is very much the vibe. Because honestly, the coat is like this pink with like this green as ruffles. And then the dress is like a slightly darker pink than that and white. So I think I'll bring this one because this has some fun. And then we have that multi-chrome from Spellcast, Glimmer. We're going to bring that. So those two together, I think that could be enough. What about what's in this? So this is the Serenity palette. That's going to maybe be my next video up on my channel, is actually my Thunderdome where I rank cosmic brushes. This is another good one, but I think that's too dark. I think that's not what I want for... And then we have Wonderland sitting here. This has some beautiful options. It's a little bit more blue purple, but I think I don't want to the outfit is very pink and green. The nails are pink and green. I think I want more than just pink and green. So maybe a little blue and purple. So I will bring this as well. I love Delicious Delights. It's definitely in the top. You'll have to watch the eventual video to see where I ranked it, but spoiler alert, it's definitely one of the faves. So I love Delicious Delights. Serenity is beautiful, but I think that one is a little too dark for what we're doing for this time around. But I think that those two palettes with that single, I think that that's going to give me what I want. And then now we have to think about Ms. Pac-Man. So now we need very like bright. Yeah, Serenity is a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. And it's quirky and it's fun. I really like it because it is kind of oddball colors. Now, Ms. Pac-Man, we want blue. I mean, I'm already bringing this one. This is pretty, but there's not much. Well, there is this shade and this shade. Because I was going to say it's not very like primary blue. But I was already saying that I was going to go blue into purple. So I think this one could be for Ms. Pac-Man as well. And then I've got the Hordak shade that's kind of a blue to purple multichrome. Are we really only bringing 3 palettes? That seems like heresy. What? Oh, let me pull a couple of these. Let me see if I can get to them. My build your own palettes are over here on the shelf. Yeah, okay, that's not the one. So it must not be yellow. It must be green. These, I don't know if they still have them. They've been on their website for years. I don't know. These Anastasia empty palettes, like the magnetic palettes, for like $10. They're so good. The coloring is weird on this. Maybe it's the green ones. Yes. Look at all these beautiful lethal shadows. I think I'm going to bring this one so I have more green options. This is... yeah. I think I need to bring this because I think I need more. As I was talking myself out of it, I was like, oh, that green is going to be the star of the show. And then I open this up and I'm like, look at all the greens. And there's some more pastel greens that would go with the clown look. Okay. Yeah, we got to bring. So there's that one. Let's see what else, because I know I've got a ton of lethal. And I think they're in these green Anastasia build your own palettes. Because then I have this one's a bit of a mishmash because there were those like 6-pan palettes, and so I kind of glued these in here just as a reminder of the 6-pan palettes. And so like these marbled shades came from that. So the 6-pan palettes are in here, and then some just like random singles that I got that didn't fit into the other palettes because that other one was the green, blues, purple. Then we have warm tones. Look at that. Oh, the blends palette. That's a really good idea. I poke. Ooh, I love Give Me Glow, but I don't have butterfly vibes. I love Give Me Glow. They're another brand that used to be so hyped, and they've kind of fallen off, and I'm a little bit sad about it because I do really like Give Me Glow. We're going to talk more about Give Me Glow when we get to blushes. I'll bring this one too. So I'll bring this second lethal. I'm not going to bring the warm tones, but there are some fun yellowy, this kind of coral, this kind of green shade. I know, and I think that's part of what it is that sometimes with these like magnetic palettes, I just open them and I'm not sure what to do. And like with singles in general, it's so much easier when I just have a palette and I can just go into the palette. And because I've been trying to be like a better creator or whatever, I've been trying to stick within one palette so you can like tag the brand. Or even if I go to multiple palettes, I try to stay in the same brand. And so I have some over there that are like a mishmash of different brands. And I always I don't know how to use them. And the thing is I should just use them. I should just use them, and it's not about the tagging and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to bring that one. And Kayla, I think you're right. I think having the blends palette, this is such a good standard starter palette because it gives me so many just like mattes. And since we're doing yellow for Pac-Man, having these yellows to blend around the edges to blend in with that yellow foundation. Yeah. So I think for eyeshadow, we're going to bring the blends palette. We're going to bring these 2 lethal palettes that are so blown out. We're going to bring the 2 cosmic brushes, and we're going to bring Glam Light, the Team Jacob Breaking Dawn Part 1. I mean, I'm sure it has something to do with the licensing rights and how expensive things are. I just find it weird that Glamlight has been doing the weird sequels and stuff. So Breaking Dawn Part 1, instead of just doing a Breaking Dawn themed, they have to do it on the one specific movie. And the Halloween Part 2, I think because Halloween 2 got retconned out of the whole thing with the new trilogy, I bet it was cheaper to do that than do any of the other Halloween movies. So yeah. That's neither here nor there, but I was thinking about that. All right, so we've done our eyes, and then we need to do our eyeliner brows. So I have my Glisten. This is my go-to. Yes, this is a road trip. So it usually is only a few days because we're going to be at the Poolhouse. We check in on Monday and we check out on Wednesday. So it's always a 2-night stay. But because Brooklyn and Jerry are getting married, they're going to get married on Saturday. And so we're actually going tomorrow night down to the cities, to Minneapolis, St. Paul. We're going to go to the wedding on Saturday and stay overnight Saturday. And then Sunday, Angie is a casino hound. So she is my dear, dear friend, my good Judy. And she is my free labor for this trip, but she loves casinos. And so I was like, well, we don't really have a plan and we can't check into the pool house till Monday. So Sunday night, we're going to stay at a casino. I have to look at the websites tonight. We're either going to go, there's 2 casinos that are right in that area. And so I'm just going to see what the hotel prices are. And whichever one is cheaper, we'll go stay there for the night. And she can go gamble. I might gamble a little bit and then I'll read my book or whatever. But yeah, so it's going to be a fun road trip. So it's actually going to be much longer than it usually is, but I'm excited to get away. Unpack with me. Oh, yeah. That could be fun. I mean, I think I might do like a live where I get ready. But I have maybe an unpack. I'll keep that in mind. I'll percolate that. Angie is so much fun. I enjoy Angie so much. Oh, and then I put extra palettes that I'm not taking over there. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Angie is fantastic. And she is such a good, she's so organized and on it. And yeah, these photo shoots have been much less chaotic since Angie started coming because the first couple times it was just me. And I am a prop queen. So you're going to see with these photos, I have boxes and boxes. My car is going to be, I have to clean out everything from my car because between our luggage and then all of my props and costumes and everything, like I have a little Buick Encore. It's kind of like a Geo Metro on steroids. So it's not a ton of space, but it is filled to the brim with props and little accessory pieces and all that kind of stuff. So, and she's so good at like organizing, and I'll be like, bring me this, grab this, hold this light. And she's so good. And like Brooklyn works with her really well. So yeah, it's always a pleasure to do these photo shoots with Angie because when it's just me, I'm the idea person, but I'm not super organized or I'm good at the idea, but then the actual execution is not my strong suit. All right, so now let's get into some blushes. So with that green brown, with the brown hair, I want to do some peachy blushes. And of course, speaking of Give Me Glow, Janet, have you tried the Dream Duo blushes? I am in love with these. I've always liked the Give Me Glow highlighters. I think they, am I here? Am I not? It's a mystery. So this icy blonde and bleach peach, I think this is going to be perfect. With green, I love like a peach blush moment. And then like a nude lip with some sparkle, maybe. Yeah, Angie is a fantastic friend. She is a treasure. She is my bestie. She's my ride or die. Yeah, so there is the peach. Oh, I love these. And they're huge. You're never going to run out of this. Like, it's going to go forever. And this peach set, I think, is going to be perfect. Now, we always joke, especially like in Dion's lives, I'll say a lot that like, I don't wear blush. I wear 6 blushes. So that one's a good start. What other colors? I have 5. There are 7 colorways of these Dream Blush Duos, and I have 5 of them. So then there's this kind of lavender pink. There's this deeper pink. I think I'm going to bring this coral to go along with the peach. I think that those two together. Excuse me. Although I played with this, the live that Dion and I did for Pride and Juneteenth, I played with the Masterclass palette. These blushes are so dreamy. They are so silky and good. I know, I've even got Dion wearing 2 blushes. Whenever I have to say blush, it's a problem. But this, I don't look at my messy office. Don't look. It's crazy. I'm not going to bring it. I have plenty. I have a couple of Get Ratchet With Me's planned that are going to use this. And so for the sake of using other things in my collection, I'm going to use other things, but I'm so tempted because these blushes, they are silky. They are beautiful. They are pigmented. Oh, yeah. I was really interested. Janet, I just saw about the cream blushes from Give Me Glow. I'm really nervous about cream stuff. I'm not always very good at it. I've gotten better since I discovered, I'm going to show you a dirty sponge. I'm so sorry. But I've got a little bin where I throw my dirty sponges. And so this particular sponge from Real Techniques, this like turquoisey colored one, is like an open, I'll try to see if it'll focus, but it's a much more like open weave. And this for cream and liquid, can we see me now? Maybe? It was like, no, bitch, you wanted to focus up front, so we're going to be up front. It like opened a door for me because I struggled so much with cream and liquid, and this sponge like turned it around for me. I have so many of them now. It is beautiful. Oh, this one? This is the Masterclass by Blend Bunny and Jordan Liberty. So this, I mean, look at this. I'm going to show it again because I just can't stop. I love it so much. There you can see, that's the pink dress for my clown look. It's hanging on the back of the door. It's got a big, like, stuffed bow on the front. So there is the, but look at how beautiful. Look at how beautiful that is. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I had trouble. I wasn't very good at blending it out, and that sponge really worked. But a brush from Unearthly. Yeah, I don't know. I just had so much trouble. I don't know why I struggled so much, but that sponge. And I know there are some people who love cream products and liquid products, and they're so good. Yeah, I love the little sneak peek of the dress because yeah, it's sitting right over there. Yeah, it's so cute. It's so cute. Very excited. So I'm planning some Get Ratchet with Me's with the Blend Bunny palette, and so I have to leave it here, but it hurts my heart a little bit. Blush. Okay, so let's talk about some blush from Made by Mitchell, because I do, although these are technically highlighters, these are also really great from Made by Mitchell. I hate this packaging. Let me get this out. Every time I talk about Made by Mitchell, anytime I talk about any of these products, I do have to say I hate this packaging. I hate it so much. And I'm somebody who doesn't necessarily hate weird or awkward packaging, but this weird calligraphy M, I hate it so much. And he uses it for so many things, and I hate it. I hate it so much. So there is the Made by Mitchell. But these are fun. Oh, cream blush. I do have those cream blushes that came with the Halloween collection, I think. I have those, or the Christmas collection. I can't remember which one. These are beautiful, like shimmery. They could either be shimmery blushes, blush toppers, or they're highlighters. I might bring this one because with the clown look, I'm going to do pink, but having a little bit of purple to mix in to bring in another kind of pastel color. I'm going to bring this one. This is in the shade Clear as Day and Space XO. As if I've been saying any of the color. I haven't been saying very many colors. Sorry. I just get excited when I start playing with makeup and I start pulling out some of my favorite things. So we're going to bring that purple. I'm also going to bring, this is the blush that I showed off earlier to show the component. And actually this blush highlighter, or blush lighter as he calls it, I'm going to bring this one. This is Candy Trip. Yep. And so we're going to bring that as well. And then for the pink, so we want pink blush. Oh, I put these away too fast. What if we had... this is a very like lavender blonde, pink lavender kind of color. That could be kind of fun. But then there's also this one. But I wonder if that's a little too warm pink. No such thing. This is Drunken Love and Pink Moscato Wasted. I think that highlighter is too golden for the pastel look that I want to do. I like that, a fucked up Alaska. It is, where is the lie though? No lie detected. I'm going to bring both of these for the clown look since we're kind of focusing on a Give Me Glow. And then is there a... I mean, this Made by Mitchell highlighter, this has like a pearl white. It's never a bad idea to have a pearl white available in case you want to lighten something or mix things up a little bit. And they do have this pink shimmery with that coral shimmer. We'll bring a couple of those. Oh, actually, not that one. I'm going to bring this one. This one is two like cool pinks. Because this other one, again, so many times you get pink highlighters, and it's hard to find a pink highlighter that's just pink. So many times they'll have like that golden peachy shift, which is great if you have like more warm pink, yellowy based pinks. But if you want like a cool pink, like this is hard to find. So this is Wanda and Dragon Fruit. So I'm going to bring that one. There's one more I have in this collection. This one I'm going to bring maybe for that peach blush, to go with that peach. I already have that other, the like peach brick from Beauty Bay that I'm bringing that's sitting right here. So we'll have a couple. And then and I think actually, sorry that I'm so all over the place. I'm like a trapped rabbit. I'm just like, oh, what about this? I think for Pac-Man, another Made by Mitchell blush. Yes. This like popsicle red. It's looking very stop sign red, but it's a little bit more of like, it's like that color of like when they do popsicle lips where it looks like you've had a popsicle and it kind of stains. This is making it look, everything is looking more yellow on camera tonight, but I think I'm going to do this and mix it with the bright pink of this Give Me Glow. No, that's the lavender pink. This kind of bright pink, because I have the dress has a lot of primary colors, but then I have pink sunglasses, a pink bow, a pink belt, and pink fishnet, like jeweled fishnets to go over the yellow tights. So I have some pink, so I want pink lips, pink blush, and blue to purple eyeshadow. But I think starting with this red to give it some intensity, I think will be good. So I think that's all the blush we need. Oh, when I did face, I always forget about contour until later. So since we're doing cheek stuff, I should do contour now. Let me set these back over here. And these two, this is also Made by Mitchell. I like his blush products because he has a ton of like yellow blushes, which are weird, but they're so fun. I love a yellow blush moment. It's so bizarre. And this like, oh, I might bring this too. That like peachy orangey blush. Okay, that's going in the pile as well. Again, when I'm on the road and I can't necessarily just pop out and grab something if I forgot it, I tend to overpack for these trips. So if this seems excessive, I am doing 3 different looks throughout the weekend, but also it is maybe a little excessive because I like to have options. So now let's get some contour. I love the Trixie sticks. Yes, yellow blushes are so good, and they do, I think they look good on most people. I know it's a weird color, but anybody can find a yellow that will work for them because it's still a blush, but it's one that's like closer to like, I know it sounds weird to say yellow is close to a skin tone, but do you know what I mean? Like yellow is almost closer to what would morph into like a brown or a beige or a peach that would be like a skin tone. And so you can have all different kinds of skin tones that can wear yellow. I love it. Clarity. Oh, I don't know if I've used Clarity. I have Clarity eyeshadow palettes. I have these Trixie sticks, but I'm so low and I don't, so maybe I'll bring them and I'll bring my little, I have a little like scraper tool because this one, clearly I love these Trixie sticks so much that I don't give up until it's gone because this one I've dug into it. So I'll bring this one and I'll bring this one and I'll bring my little scraper tool, but we'll have, as with everything else, we'll have backups just in case. So I start with cream. I also really like, I see it sitting out right here. I like this Makeup Revolution, this cream bronzer. Oh, Dion, I'm so excited for you. And you probably saw it on the website, but I haven't held it up here yet. is, I don't know if you put this in your order, but they have another one that is, this one is just 4 like shimmer blushes, blush topper, highlighter things. So try the blushes and see if you like them first if you didn't order it. And then if you really like the formula, this is a really fun, you resisted for now, that's good. But yeah, I'm excited for you to play with those blushes. But yeah, if you do like them, have these little shimmers. Oh, so excited. So distracted from contour. See, contour, like the makeup, like foundation and contour, all that kind of stuff, that is necessary. And so much of that like can help determine how successful your look is. But I find it boring. I like the color and the flash and the sparkle and the sizzle. Yeah. Let me just see if I don't think I missed anybody's comment. It looks like I've seen them all. Oh, I do have one still in the package. S'more Sun. I think those 2 that I have should be enough. This one is in a different color. I also have a deeper one. I use this for stage. So my contours come in like different shades because if I'm doing photos or like up close, a lot of times with YouTube, I'll go a little bit less intense. And I'll do kind of more of a medium kind of cocoa brown. But then I have some of these like for stage, especially for building the base of the contour, I will do like so that might be one of the Drag 101s where I'll do more of my like stage makeup where I'll show like, here's some of the ways that I like really intensify the dark and the light, and it'll look crazy in a video, but it'll look great on stage. I do have some of those Makeup Forever face palettes, and I need to practice with them more because I would love to bring them, but like using a palette where I have to bring in like a paddle brush and like paint it on, I'm just not as skilled at that. And so I need to, I definitely need to play around with those more so that I can bring them to more things because I do like them. They're so cute and they're so fun. And I just love the idea of just having this little like fold out palette that you can just like paint a little face. And so I've been playing with it a little bit, but I need to play with it more. Because I've been playing with like finger application, but then I also got some of these, where did I put them? These Morphe brushes that I was like, this could be really good for like applying these kind of foundations. So lots of experimentation I need to have. I'm very excited for things to not be so crazy in my world, hopefully, so that I can get back to more playing. Okay, do we have enough blush? Do we ever have enough blush? That's like an existential question. Can you ever have enough blush? Thank you everybody for sticking around and for watching me go through my packing panic and watch all this stuff. I appreciate all of you and I appreciate the chat. It's been a lot of fun. Much better than the last time when I just sat here and talked to myself. Mama Champagne, I'm sorry that you haven't been able to log on or participate in the chat. Next time I see you in person, we'll have to see what it's showing you and why you can't chat with us. I'm also going to bring some powders. I'm going to bring the Trixie. These are the Daisy, the Flower Power bronzers. This is the Peace Out Poppy, which I think is the second to lightest. And I like to just swirl, especially for like a photo or something where I don't want the super intense contour. I like to swirl the 2 colors together and just avoid the like highlighter part, the shimmery part. Oh, bye, Janet. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. I know it's getting late. And then I'm going to bring the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I understand that this is like a drugstore brand that has not been keeping pace with the trends. It doesn't often do a great job of like shade ranges, although I know they've been trying to approve. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm still going for a little while. I've still got a little bit more to pack, but yeah, so it's, but if you've ever smelled their bronzers, it's so good. It's so good. So I know that it's just like kind of weird drugstore that's too expensive for drugstore. Like it's always been a kind of too expensive for drugstore, but it's just like old white lady makeup. Sorry, Mama Champagne. Every time I say that, she thinks I'm talking about her, but I'm not. She's very hip and trendy. She has like Pat McGrath and all kinds of stuff. So, so this brand, it's a little bit tired, but if you haven't smelled one of those bronzers, it's just like summer It's so good. So that's bronzer. So we've got blush, bronzer. I think I've got enough highlight, although I will probably bring... Oh, got a little bin of things that are in my way. Okay. So excited to have time to like... Oh no, I realized that. So Jan... Oh, Janet. I realized that I just said, oh, thanks everybody for stopping by. I made it sound like I was ending. I was like, oh no, we're going to stay. Sorry, my brain works a little bit slow sometimes. And so I was just like, oh, I did that. That was my fault. Sorry about that. So down here in my highlighter drawer, this is really what happens when I go into packing panic, where I'm just like, I'm like a ferret that's had Mountain Dew. Like it's too much. So I'm going to take this Oracle. This is from Bella Beauté Bar, and I love it. And I think there's some fun. Oh God, that's never going to focus. And so many of these are kind of white based anyway, but there's the moon shade is such an interesting peachy, silvery. It's so good, and it's gonna blow out again, but it's so gorgeous. I have to bring that. Absolutely have to bring that. Still, my favorite highlighter palette is the Noctilucent, which has been discontinued, but I'm gonna go against type, and I'm not gonna bring that this time. Anything else from here that I need to bring? I haven't gotten much use out of this. I'm going to bring this. This is from the Ellis and Blend Bunny. Since I'm so excited about volume 2 of the Ellis and Blend Bunny collection, which is set to be released August 1st, and I will be on vacation. So I will have nothing on my schedule until that is released than to sit and refresh and get ready to order Ellis volume 2. But the Ellis highlighter, I'm going to bring this as well. Yeah, I clearly was just, I just had a moment where I was like, oh, I should thank everybody. I'm so excited that people came to the live. And then it just sounded like I was leaving. All right, I think that's enough. Oh, never enough. Never enough. I'm going to bring the Melt Nightmare Before Christmas. I might work that into the peach look, the peach and green look. Hello, Dawn. How's it going? Yeah, I decided to have an impromptu makeup live. I'm packing up. I'm getting close to done. I know we've been here for a little while. We've been here a little over an hour. Electrum, that's another brand that I've heard of, but I have not tried. But if you love it... Oh, I love being a super shimmer hoe, so I'm all about it. Yes. Yeah, I know. I was going to say something in Dion's live chat. I was going to be like, I'm going live. But then I was like, I don't even know if it's going to work, because last time I tried to do a live, it didn't work and it cut me off super early. So I was like, I'll just go live and see if it sends out recommendations. See if it sends out notifications. Yeah, there we go. All we have left is lips. Although, where is the other one? Oh, here's one from the vaults. I'm not going to bring this on the trip, but I need to use this more. Does anybody remember? There were some people in the circle that I was watching at the time that called it Huda Jesus. This, do you remember this when Huda put her face on these little highlighter palettes? These are so good. These are so good. I'm going to leave this out so that when I'm filming one of these upcoming Get Ratchet With Me's, I remember to use this, because this is so good. And people, it's one of those things where sometimes people will trash a product because it's got cheesy packaging or there's something about it they don't like. And it's like, but did you try it though? Because this is actually phenomenal. These highlighters are so good. This is the medium, I think. Well, it says Light Glow Obsessions. I think I have the light and the medium. I might have decluttered the medium, actually. As I say how wonderful they are, and then I might have decluttered the medium, but I forget to use it. And so I think I might have been like, I haven't been using these. Oh, and I just saw this laying here. This is the Trixie Play Pigment. I used this in my Trixie Teletubbies video. I use this as an eyeshadow base. Since we're doing Miss Pac-Man, I might bring this. This might work as concealer. So I'm going to put that into the pile to bring as well. And then I was going to, let me see if I can find the other one, because I think these will work for it. Oh, come on. Haha. Okay. So these are from Artitude Cosmetics. I don't know if anybody saw, Nikki Tutorials did a reel or a TikTok or something with this, and she was watching somebody else's video, so she's not the one who came up with this. But she did this like holographic face, and it reminded me of back in the day when people were doing the challenges of like a full face of highlighter and all this kind of stuff. But it was this holographic, and she had two like duochrome highlighters. And one was like a pink. Oh, these are just going to show white, unfortunately, because these are like duochrome. I'll swatch them and see if I can get them to show. But I don't know. Did anybody else see this where she used the two different highlighters and put them kind of all over her face so that as she moved, it still looked, because they had kind of a sheer base, so it still looked like her skin, but she got these like it looked almost holographic. It wasn't maybe a full rainbow, but one was kind of like one of those raspberry pink to gold, and one was like the orange to purple. And when you put them together, oh, I don't know if this is quite what I saw from her video, but there's those two. But basically, as she put them all, and then she would move. Oh, I need to try that. I took pictures of it, and I'm going to make sure I find that video. But that's going to be, I don't want to call it a get ready with me because I don't know if it's going to work, but that'll be like a makeup challenge or something that I'll do at some point. That could be good for a live, since I want to start doing more lives. I know, Huda, that, and people were saying, and this one especially, they said it looked like some weird religious iconography, and they're not wrong, but those products were actually still really good. Some of the Jaclyn Hill products. We were talking about Jaclyn Hill earlier because I actually love some of her products. I love them. And I know that people hated her, but then we found out she never owned it anyway. They were just paying her as like a licensed face. And so I loved them. Hello, Katie's Toys. Hey, Andrew, how's it going? Trixie is still around. She's still going. She actually had a release today. I didn't pick it up because it was like soft. It was called the Soft Serve Lip Stain Collection. And so they were like glosses that also are lip stains. And I need more coverage. I need more of like a liquid lipstick, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, those highlighters, they're so good. Nikki Tutorials. I know I never see her pop up that often on YouTube anymore. I see sometimes, usually on YouTube, I'll see TikToks that have been reposted to YouTube. That skin was really good. Yeah, it was really cool effect. If her skincare is still, oh, the Huda skincare or the Jaclyn? See, now I'm behind. Yes, the Jaclyn blushes were great. I know I'm never out of drag on my channel. This is very, except for when I'm at the beginning of getting ready in a get ready with me video. So, yeah, and I'm in packing panic, and I've like, my office, the temperature has been up and down, so I'm all like sweaty and gross, and so it's definitely a glamour choice. So welcome to this potato face serial killer. Her blushes were very good. Yes, Andrew, I actually got a chance to be in a live stream with recently. If you saw my live stream with Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess, during Pride, I was a guest and Andrew was also a guest. So we got to color together, and we'll probably be doing that again at some point. And he has great toy videos. So he has a whole series called MIA 80s Ladies. If you haven't checked it out, they're so great because they're just like bite size. I love long videos, but sometimes you just want like an 8 to 12 minute video when you need a break from something. And so talking about all these vintage toy lines and all these fantastic toys. So definitely check out Katie's Toys as I poke at you again. Yeah, so we've got lips to do. Also mascara. Deep breaths. Because I brought out my Glisten palette and I started talking about something and I realized I never finished eyebrows. So I do have the Glisten palette set aside, and I think that we'll come back to eyebrows. Let's do lips. I've been talking about doing lips for a while. I have a bunch of these Glamlight. Ooh, the Huda exfoliators. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever tried any Huda skincare. Glowish line. I had a couple Glowish blushes, and I think they were like a makeup, like skincare infused makeup. I think for the peach look, I might bring the Scooby-Doo lip kit from Glamlight. So this is, they recently had a sale and they had a whole bunch of stuff that was like 50 or 60% off. And so they had this little collection of the Scooby-Doo lip kits, the Daphne, Velma, and Scooby-Doo. And so I think this nude Scooby-Doo might be perfect for the peach look. Because again, I want to have, it's a wedding, so I don't want full drag where it's like bomb, bomb, bomb everywhere. The peach is going to be like intense, but it's going to be a little bit more neutral. And then the eyes are going to be green and gorgeous. And so I think a nude lip will be tasteful for a wedding. So this is, these just came in the mail like last week. So this is, there's a little brown pencil. So kind of a dark brown pencil. They do a lot of lip kits that look kind of like this, but I think this will be a good one. And then it's got this very like pale, my kind of shade of nude, very close to my skin tone. Oh, it smells like something. A lot of times Glamlight's lip products aren't scented. That actually smells really good. Oh, the Glooby-Doo. Oh dear. Yes, Glamlight has been doing tons of collabs. They've got Scooby-Doo, Strawberry Shortcake, Barbie. So Glamlight themselves have done a lot. There's been a lot of other makeup collabs that are really fun. I love collab products. I think they're fun. I think they're quirky. This one also then has a little lipstick. So since this isn't for photos and I don't have to worry as much about keeping it like camera ready all the time, having a little lip combo like this, I think is going to be fantastic. So the concealer lip, I came up in the 90s, and so I love a chola lip where you have the really dark lip liner and then a really light lipstick. And I usually don't even do a gloss. Usually I just ombre like the dark and the light together. I can't do it like this shade without a lip liner. I couldn't do it. I can't do the concealer lips. I just look corpsey. It's not great. It's not great. But when I have that dark line, I do sometimes love that chola lip look. It's not quite the full chola, like it's not a Sharpie black kind of color, but like the dark brown. I love it. I love it so much. So we're going to bring this for the green look. And then we will bring, for the clown look, what about, no, I think I want a liquid lipstick for the photo shoot. I should have a liquid lipstick. Let me pull out, I think I want a pale. I saw this lip liner sitting here. This is one of the Jaclyn lip liners. And this is kind of a nice lighter pink. And what if we did, I've got this little acrylic case. Some of them are missing because I've been using them for shows and stuff, and so I haven't put them all back. But these Maybelline Super Stay matte inks, I think are the best liquid lipstick for me in the drugstore. And really, they beat a lot of like prestige brands. I love it. With a wishful mask. I don't know what that is. I love it. That must be from Huda. Love it. Yeah, I never liked the concealer lips by themselves either. There's something about it that looks almost uncanny to me, because you're already like matting out your face to like one color, and then it was like people weren't doing a lot of blush, and then they would do those concealer lips, and I was like, girl, like open casket, what's happening? Why are you doing this? So I think this pink, this is kind of a fun baby pink. Let's swatch. Yeah, I am always forever trying to make my lips bigger. Why would you want make your lips just disappear into your face? Let me tell you, I have thought about it. It's so expensive, but I might get lip filler. Ooh, I kind of like that combo. because then I can press like a pink glittery shadow on top for the fun like clown kind of look. But as a base, I think this kind of warms it up and it's a little bit darker. And then having that slightly lighter, cooler pink. Yeah, I like that. So that's going to be, and then in those eyeshadows, I know I've got a pink that I can press over the top. So that's, I love it. Ooh, they have a scrub. Oh, that's a bummer. Always wanted. Yeah, I don't get it. I love the Chola aesthetic. I from the 90s, I still do. I've thickened them up a little bit, but when I paint on my brows, I don't do bushy brows. I have started to block them up a little bit more, but I do like a thin arched Disney villain brow. I love a Chola look. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Do I want to bring another pink? Just in case. What about this pink? This one's a little bit darker. Oh, I could ombre those together. Okay, so we're going to bring this pink as well. All right, now Ms. Pac-Man, I think it's sitting right here. I thought I had it right here. But I also have this one. So this is from Notoriously Morbid. And this is kind of sheer. It doesn't have a ton of coverage. This is Bitter End, but it's going to work because I think, is it this one right here? No, but I think this would work. This is a L'Oreal. This is more of like a red. But I think since I'm playing with it, but it is kind of like when you put it on, it is red. But if you see where it's a little bit sheerer next to that pink, it does kind of sheer out a little bit to kind of almost like a pinky red. And I think that if I put that down, because the one that I'm seeing from Maybelline might be in a purse. And so that purse might end up on the trip and maybe I'll have it, but I don't have it here. But if I do that red and let it dry down, and then put this like neon pink over top of it. It's got a little bit of blue flash. That with the blue purple eye look and the bright like red pink blush, I think that would be really fun together. And if I do find that other pink one, I will. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Yeah, this like neon pink. So that's like a fun like hot pink. And then having that shimmery one over top of it. I'll bring the red one just in case. Again, we always love to ombre. I don't wear lipstick. I wear 6 lipsticks. It doesn't just apply to blush. It applies to everything. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good combo. I like it. All right. Ooh, the coffee bean lipstick. Revlon, let me tell you, I thought about, I might still do it, a video just all about the fact that like Revlon has kind of fallen off and I don't love a lot of their products, but credit where credit is due. Revlon is still the GOAT for lipsticks. And I have this whole thing of lipsticks. I love Revlon for a stick lipstick and some of their classic reds. I think I talked about this in a video. I'm not sure, but some of their classic reds, when I was doing my master's thesis and I was getting to that like point of you got to finish or die, like that kind of thing. I spent so much time in the Chester Fritz library, most of the time down in the basement in one of their study rooms. I had another friend who was working on stuff and would come and join me because the study rooms were supposed to be for groups of 2 or more. And if I didn't have somebody who could come and study with me and work on while I was working on my thesis, I used to pull out a second chair and put a coat on it and like set up a second. And so if somebody popped in, I'd be like, they're just in the stacks. But I would go if I needed a break and I would pick up, our library had all of these old like big bound volumes of periodicals and they used to have vintage Vogue. And the ads from like the 50s Vogues are artwork. They are so beautiful. And like Revlon, Fire and Ice, their ads for Fire and Ice, this like orangey yellow, like yellowish red, or Cherries in the Snow. this more blue toned red. Oh, and that's what I would do if I just needed a break. If I was like overwhelmed, I would just like go and pull out one of those old volumes of Vogues and just page through it and look at old ads for makeup for like Chanel and Dior. Oh, so good. And so like Cherries in the Snow and Fire and Ice, I have in like 2 or 3 formulas each. And then I just have a bunch of other fun colors. Siren, if anybody watches Erin Parsons, I think she's the global makeup artist for Maybelline. And she used to work at MAC, and she has a fantastic YouTube and TikTok. And she is like a makeup collector. And she went and bought some of Marilyn Monroe's makeup. And she was trying to dupe it. And she found that Marilyn is always known for like a signature red lipstick. And what she discovered as she was doing all this research and bought some of her old lipstick is that Marilyn's signature red was actually orange. And the reason why is because as they were switching from black and white to Technicolor, they were having a real hard time because colors didn't look right on film the way that they looked in person. And so a lot of times to get a red look, you had to do an orange. And so she's known for this like beautiful red lip. But when she got the lipstick and then she was trying to color match it, the one that she came up with that she said was the closest match is this shade. This is Siren by Revlon, which is actually, it looks kind of orangey red, but it's like an orange. And that is her signature red. It's so cool. Yeah, it was really, she paid like, I think it was like $15,000 or something for one tube of unused lipstick from Marilyn's collection. But then she was like going around and trying to find all these different lipsticks, and she found this one. So very cool. So of course I had to have Siren. There's these fun, this blue one is like a fun matte blue. One of my first lipsticks I used to love, and I'm sad they're not really available in the US anymore. They kind of still exist in the UK and like in Asia in some parts, but Max Factor. And I remember I had this like blue shimmer lipstick. I think it was called Denim or Denim Blue from Max Factor. And I've tried to find pictures of it and I can't find the one that I had, but it was beautiful. I loved that blue lipstick. Max Factor is another brand that is just, I wish it would make it come back in the States because I love it. When I went to Ireland, I bought a ton of Max Factor. I still have a bottle of their, this is probably getting old. I know. Dion, turn away. Because I think I went to Ireland in 2018. And this is from that trip, but this is a Max Factor foundation. It's radiant, so it's not even like made for my skin, but I just love it. Oh, yeah. If you like a brown red, I don't know if it's still available. Trixie stuff kind of goes in and out and all that kind of stuff, but Trixie's lipstick in Cherry Chip is like a glossy lipstick that's kind of a brown red. It's a little bit sheer. It's really beautiful. I wonder if I have that here because I'm like talking about it. Because I have Love Interest, Actress. Oh, now I'm just going down memory lane. This is a fun orange lipstick. This is Model Actress from Trixie Cosmetics. That's another fun orange. Model. What's this one? Oh, this is like a Barbie pink shimmer. Ooh. That could be fun to go over the liquid lipsticks. I'm going to throw that in the... I thought I had Cherry Chip. I have Eden. This is their nude lipstick. This is really beautiful if you like a cool nude. Again, I don't know. Lipsticks kind of come and go from Trixie Cosmetics. You never really know if it's going to be restocked. They've never restocked Bauble, which is this beautiful peach leaning just the tiniest bit pink that is so beautiful. All right. Thanks, Janet. I am wrapping it up. So I appreciate everybody for sticking around so long. We're almost done. And because I think I have the Pac-Man lip and I'll grab the rest of, like I said, the eyebrows, I just draw them on with cake liner. And so I'll grab a couple extra cake liners so I have options. I need to grab a mascara, but that's not really interesting. We did the fun part here. So we did the color cosmetics. And so now you've seen all the stuff. And yeah, maybe I think that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do a live when I get back of an unpack with me and we can talk about what I ended up using. And yeah. So thank you everybody for joining me on this live. Thank you, Mama Champagne. It says there's 9 people here. That's so exciting. Oh, the cream in your coffee. Yes. If you haven't watched Erin Parsons and you like old MAC lipsticks, she tries on a bunch of vintage 90s lipsticks. She's always like, all my stuff is expired. Don't do this. Don't do as I say. Do as I say, not as I do. It's that kind of thing. But she tries on some of those old cool browns. Definitely check out Erin Parsons. So good. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for chatting. And thank you for keeping me company while I go through packing panic. I felt much less panicked. I felt much calmer. So good night, Grace. Good night, Dawn and Janet and Dion and Kayla. And there was somebody earlier that said something, and Mama Champagne and Grace, and I probably said Grace already, and Janet, and anybody else I missed. I'm so excited. I'm just ready to go. I'm so excited for this vacation. So pictures coming soon, more content all about this trip coming soon. But thanks everybody for stopping by. Now let's see if I can figure out how to shut this off. Bye everybody. Oh, should I do my outro as I do this? Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, now that I'm live, I forget my outro. So leave your comments down below. We love the replay crew. You guys rock. So if you watch this afterwards, we appreciate you. Leave your comment down below and let me know what you thought of this live. If you want to see more lives, if you're interested in this, while you're down there, don't forget to give me that thumbs up to tell me you appreciated the video. Or if you think I packed too much, I am a mess, I'm disorganized, I'm panicked like a squirrel, go ahead and give me that thumbs down. It is all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I. And while you're down there, if you don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified of all future uploads. I try to upload at least 1 video a week. I know it's been a little spotty recently. Yeah, but I appreciate you. Subscribe. I try to have at least 1 video a week, and I try to sprinkle it among glam, geek, and gore. And sometimes, if you're lucky, very lucky, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, live-orific. And if you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below, including a link to my website. It's not going to appear over my face this time. The World of Champagne at janessaj.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you. You live chatters rock. My replay crew, I appreciate you. You are fantastic as well. And until I see you again, bye.